If you're anything like me, there's probably one thing that you always think about. Probably one thing that you have always thought about. Maybe since you were younger, maybe it's what you think about when you lay your head at night. Maybe it's the first thing that you think about when you wake up in the morning. Or it's that thing that you think about right before drifting off to sleep. Maybe when somebody asks you, or when they did ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or when they ask you, well, if money didn't matter, what would you do? Well, if you had $1 million in the bank, well, if you won the lottery, what would you do? And I'm here to tell you in this video, just do that. Do that thing. I truly believe that is how you find your truth. You find your passion. You find this ultimate level of happiness and fulfillment. Now, granted, take that with a grain of salt because I don't feel like I'm there yet. Ultimate fulfillment, happiness, etc. I'm just speaking from experience that I've had thus far, speaking on what I've seen from other super successful people, and not just financially successful. I think success comes in many different ways. Success ultimately, I believe, is equal. Your success is determined by your ability to solve your problems. Money problems, relationship problems, happiness problems, friendship problems, health problems. Like those things make you successful, and you don't need money to do all those things. But back to this thing that you probably always think about. I think we all have that one thing, or maybe it's a couple things that we're honestly just scared to go after. We're scared because we're fearful of our own abilities. We doubt our own abilities. We don't think that we're worthy. We don't think that we're good enough. And we also are probably very fearful about what other people will think of us. Probably very fearful of what our friends, our family, people that we don't know, that somehow we actually still care about their opinions, which is crazy. I don't think you should care about anybody's opinions really, but your own, especially not people who are strangers, people who you don't know or who you're not close with or who you don't respect. And so again, I'm here to deliver that message. I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but I certainly needed to hear it earlier in my journey, and I wish I would have heard it earlier, and I wish I would have listened to it earlier in my journey, where it's like that wild and outlandish thing that you want to do, just do it. Find a way to do it. Find a way to get yourself to at least take the actions needed to get a little bit closer. If you want to be a famous Hollywood actor, you may not be able to skip and snap your fingers and be in the next big blockbuster movie right away. But take some steps. You may not be able to start that crazy nonprofit organization doing XYZ for homeless people or, kids in Africa or whatever, and it may not be able to pay your bills, but take some steps. Take some steps and actually tell yourself hey, I'm going to do this thing. I don't care if it takes me until I'm 70 years old. I don't care if it takes all my resources. This is what I want to do, and just live that. Own up to that and unapologetically, very genuinely, and honestly, just be this is the thing that I want to do. I think there is so much more power in that. There's so much more strength and confidence and respect embedded in that, and admitting the thing that you want to do, regardless of what other people think, than there is just playing it safe and just doing what you think other people will respect and think is cool, right? I think for a lot of people in this country, we think that what will give us appreciation and will allow us to fit in and give us sort of the, I don't know if it's the assurance maybe from other people. I think we think we're going to get all those things from getting a good job, a good corporate job. It's okay, cool. Go to school, get a degree or not, and then go get a job, get a high paying, consistent job. And your parents and your grandparents can be oh, okay, cool. All right, she's good. He's good. He's got the salary, the benefits. He's not a fuck up. He figured it out. It's all good. But ultimately, that's probably not what you really want to do. You probably only want to do that so that, number one, you have food on the table, so that you fit in, so that your parents don't worry about you, so that the potential people that you're dating think that you're normal and not weird. And you just do it because everyone around you is doing it. But I think everybody kind of has two things that we can be really good at and that can bring us a lot of joy and fulfillment. I think, again, I'm not here to say I am the smartest guy in the world with all the experience. I'm this old elder wisdom guy at the top of the mountain that knows everything. Like, this is just my opinion and my experience. Take from it what you will, agree or disagree. I think we all have two zones. We have like the career, kind of like the corporate or the job or the career, like employee role that would fit really well with our personality, that we could honestly crush it in. We could make probably a pretty damn good income. We could be pretty happy. We could be secure. We could buy a house, a car, go on vacation, whatever. And like, that's one piece of it. Most people only find and only chase and only allow that reality to manifest. And I think we all have this other version, which is like the creative side, the risky side, the side of us that would really work well for us and our personality and our strengths. But it's that thing that's a little bit, it's the road less traveled. It's the more creative thing, right? It's the thing that really gets you fired up. It's the thing that you would stay awake late at night researching when nobody's paying you. It's the thing that gets you fired up more than anything else. It's the thing that you, weirdly enough, know more about and are better at naturally than pretty much anyone that you meet. That thing, I think you should do. If you want to live the best life, if you want to max out the success, because don't get me wrong. Like, look, you can go the corporate route. You can get the job. You can get the income. You can spend time on your hobbies in your free time. You can get the car, the house, the kids, the family, the 401k, the whatever. Like, you can do all that and you can live a happy, fulfilled, awesome life. But it's my opinion that it won't be as good as the life of if you went after that thing and you were able to get the money, the security, the whatever, right? Like, if you were able to figure out how to monetize, how to make money basket weaving, playing that sport that you love, drawing, singing, posting YouTube videos, whatever, doing jujitsu, like whatever it is, that thing that you think, oh, like I've always loved it, but I don't want to admit it because I don't really think that it's viable. I don't think I'll ever do it. Oh, why me? Oh, I don't know if I could ever do that. It's like that thing that you kind of lack the belief and you lack the confidence around, but you truly love it. Like, just fucking do it. Life is too short for you to not go after that thing. And don't give me that, oh, I'm too old. Oh, I'm past my prime. Guess what, motherfucker? You can sit here. You're smart enough. Every human brain is smart enough to come up with 1,000,001 reasons why you shouldn't do that thing, why you can't do that thing, why that thing isn't for you, why it's better for the next guy, why it would never work, why it's logical and rational and safer and etc. to do this other thing and to not do that. But I'm here to tell you that I think that is how you really win. That is how you really, truly win in life. When you're able to actually fully go after that thing and express yourself how you actually want to express yourself. Because I really, really, really doubt it that people are laying in bed at night thinking, man, I would just love to be that corporate superstar. Man, I would just love to be employee of the month. Nah, bullshit. That ain't you. That ain't me. That ain't most fucking people. People are like, I want to be famous. I want to be on TV. I want to be an astronaut. I want to help the whole world. I want to give back in a big way. I want to inspire people. Like, that is what people actually want to do. I want to solve world hunger. I want to, even like entrepreneurs, right? Like, I want to start this crazy business. I want to build the biggest pizza company in the world. I want to build the biggest logistics and supply chain, blah, 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 like whatever that is. So we're beating a dead horse at this point. I think you get the message, but I hope whoever is listening to this needed to hear this. And if you didn't need to hear this, but you thought of somebody that needed to hear this, a mom, a dad, a friend, a cousin, a brother, a sister, a coworker who's miserable in their job but always talks about that one thing, send this video to them. Send this video to them because they need to hear it. I needed to hear it. I wish someone would have told me earlier. And it's not just about hearing it. It's about really understanding. There's really two levels, I think, of learning and understanding. There's one like somewhat conceptually understanding that, yes, that is a thing. And then there's that deeper level where you truly understand it and it hits. So I hope this video helps this idea hit harder for you. Cheers.